Hey guys, Ron here, aka Your King. The last couple of days I've been thinking about ways to get the message of what we're going to do through to all of you involved. And I used to write a lot of lengthy emails. With me hate writing emails and maybe 70% of you hate reading them, I decided to try to get the message across in a different way. Because we all want to know what the plans are, what we're going to do, and what the time frame is. Besides that, there's also a lot of chatter between players that along the road becomes tainted and a bit distorted. Before KVK, I've stated that gifts should be rewarded to players' contributions and achievements. And a few days ago I read that I stated that gifts wouldn't be given at all, period. This way of communicating isn't helping anybody, and especially when you understand that some do it just for the fun or out of childish vengeance. It creates negative emotions, destabilizes things, and it's just a nasty way of taking advantage of other players. So be smart and don't follow up on every statement made. There is really such a thing as fake news. All in all, it's a giant waste of time and energy for everybody. I've been repeating the desire to communicate the plans for 506 after migration, and now IGG moved migration as far back as a date past July 10th. And it's almost certain that KVK will start 2 weeks after that. I have to let go of the plan that I made, and well, we can't afford to lose any more time that I made us lose already. So let's take a risk and see how this works out. The most important matters at hand right now. First of all, preparation for KVK. There will be 2 major conditions that you need to prepare for. That means that your city needs to be level 24 and all your soldiers need to be level T5. It goes without saying that you have to bring your strongest hero combinations, and I think that by now only awakened combinations will do. There's a whole lot more to say about preparations, and for that you will still receive an email with specifics, and in that we will also explain the bonus system that we came up with for achieving the recommended targets for preparation. What else has been going on? We've all seen the fluctuations in the R4 team. 3 of the current R4s will remain, together with myself, and the open post we will see new faces. We have a couple of people on our wish list, but for everybody feel free to step forward if you see yourself in a certain role in the diagram. Besides that, there will be several more positions that are not in the diagram yet. In the chart you see the way we want to restructure responsibilities based on the essential areas of focus. You see a military division larger than the others, an operational division, and staff functions. Starting with the staff functions, we will work with a finance and administration section, and which, if all goes well, will be done by Dodi. There will be a recruitment and diplomacy section that goes to Fenris. And for the 3rd staff position, we are looking for someone with experience in communication, but most important, somebody who knows how to set up, maintain a Discord server and help players become comfortable with the platform. The options for communication inside the game are just too limited. If you look at the operational responsibility, we're basically talking about everything not directly related to military tasks, like maintaining our infrastructure and making sure we have control over every resource point that we need. The military branch is quite because it would be too much for one person, so we divided into 3 separate divisions, being internal safety, events tactics, and a department for training and development. This means that we were working towards a system of a main tribe, a development tribe, and a farming tribe, like we always intended in the first place. This time we will do it properly though. We've been talking and looking at several successful kingdoms, and we saw that it's imperative for the king to have total control over Zone 3, that Zone 2 has to be empty, and that new or renegade factions have to reside in Zone 1. Furthermore, every essential element that helps in strengthening us and is important for gaining sufficient means has to be under our control again. Ideal would be to get the restructuring of 506 ready before KVK, but we realized that this would influence your preparation on KVK in a negative way, so we are figuring out a way to compensate that. This way we could use the restructuring of the 506 map as reversal for KVK and have time to evaluate before we start the real deal with the new team. To give us a fair chance in KVK, not being the underdog, we should be matched according to the ranking, and we should be paired in a realistic group. I'm talking to IGG, trying to make them understand the situation and make them see why it's worth their while to take action in this matter. There are many more details already worked out in proposals, and we will provide every detailed proposal or question in due time. And I understand that on paper you might think, what a bunch of poo-ha, but trust me, once in place it will all be as natural as breakfast, lunch and dinner. Thanks for listening, and have fun for me.